Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier. Today I'm going to lay out several ideas in no particular order. My goal is to generate discussion, so please post your thoughts. The development of Star Citizen is unlike anything before. We are the funding, we are the alpha testers. The difference between a player and a tester is what you do after the game crashes. We need to constantly engage the developers at CIG to help them design, build, and balance Star Citizen. If you have a problem with something in the game, then do something about it. The Issue Council is there for a reason, and it's the driving force that keeps the updates and fixes coming. A lot of this video was a collaborative effort between Malagos and I. The Renegade Squadron are always active and they know what the current bugs and issues are. I sought out his help because I consider him a subject matter expert. He's currently the most effective mouse and keyboard dogfighter around and offered a great perspective. He's one of many citizen testers who go that extra mile. This video and its contents needed to be split up into two parts. Please be sure to watch out for part 2. Ships and weapons. The good and some bad. Let's start with something really good. Something that wherever possible should be the standard for all future concept releases. The release of the Saber and its default configuration should be considered the gold standard for several reasons. The Saber comes standard with 50% fixed and 50% gimbaled loadout. Mouse and keyboard pilots will probably buy two size 2 CF117 Badgers and a pair of gimbals. And fixed pilots will probably buy two size 3 CF227 Panthers. In the future, wherever possible, the extra effort in planning ensures that the sail loadout is appealing for both fixed and gimbal pilots. Having 50% of your preferred loadout included with the ship makes sense. Ships like the Xi'an Scout are more difficult to put into this model. When possible, aimable weapons cater to the majority. As a fixed mount pilot, I personally have no issues with the idea of upgrading my loadout. Moving on to the Vanguard design. As I said, I fly HOTAS fixed mount. I've flown the Vanguard a lot and I'm really happy with what I see. The funny thing is, this issue would have never occurred to me if it wasn't for the fact that I spoke with Malagos. The Vanguard can never fully appeal to most mouse and keyboard users. The problem is part of the core design of the ship. The Vanguard has 4 guns that are fixed only mixed in with a gimbaled size 4 main. This basically forces all pilots to struggle between 2 pips or lock down the mount. Any arrangement other than a fixed setup is a compromise for those pilots who normally gimbal. The solution seems very simple. Offer a bespoke gimbaled size 1 in the store. This new weapon could have the damage specs of a size 1 M3A and 30 degrees in traverse and elevation. Pilots who were excited for this great ship melted it when they flew it because of the weapon arrangement. This issue should be added to the list. More about the Saber. Whether it's an issue with the shields in general or specific to the Saber, there are some fairly sketchy things going on with that ship. Its shields don't seem to do anything against splash damage. Missiles appear to pass through even at full shields. One rogue shot has the ability to remove both main thrusters without any warning, leaving the pilot drifting. It's totally frustrating. The solution is to investigate and fix the shields. I'm sorry, I know that's really obvious, but it should be really seen as a blocker for 2.4. Once that's fixed, I believe adding more durability, specifically around the engine, is required. This is a next generation combat ship. A critical component like the engine shouldn't just shear off so easily. This issue will create a huge weak spot that most other ships don't have. Another concern with the Saber has to do with the time delay before the shields can regenerate. The Saber shields regenerate very quickly. That's good, and it should be like that. It's part of the ninja profile of that ship. I feel it's really necessary for this craft to have great shields due to its lack of armor protection. However, there needs to be a refresh delay before the shields can recover. Too short of a pause could let a really skilled pilot time those attack passes and make it nearly impossible to defeat his craft. A delay will force the pilot to fly more ninja and less like a tank. CIG, please take care when adjusting these stats. In a perfect game universe, all ships should be defeatable. If the Saber pilot loiters in battle and treats it like a Hornet, it should go bad very fast. The Saber has the speed to project away and break off. This extra time would give both ships a similar opportunity to recover, so the 1v1 balance would be preserved. This plays really well into wingman and tactics. Several ships could take turns engaging a target, reducing the risk while keeping the pressure on the target. This is one aspect of the game I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to stop there because, as I said, this is part 1 and there's more to come. I'd like you to post your thoughts in the comments. This game's only going to get better if we work together. I wanted to thank everyone who entered the Xi'an Scout giveaway. It was great to read in the comments how many of you had just heard of Star Citizen because of a friend. The free fly is over today, but that doesn't mean you can't be an active part of the community. I hope you liked my no bullshit approach and got something out of this video. This sort of video takes a long time to put together. Please consider subscribing for future content. Please tell a friend about Star Citizen, and I'll see you in the verse.